Hello, friends. Welcome to lben Teahouse. I am your host lben. Do you remember our last episode about the cat-faced lady from Harbin? I promised that if I had the chance, I would share more stories about cats with you. It was just an offhand remark, but to my surprise, many listeners have been asking when they can hear another cat tale. Since I've made a promise, it's only right to fulfill it. Today is a good day, so tonight, let me tell you a story related to cats. In my busy life outside of hosting, I take care of my dog and bird. I've kept breeds like the British Shorthair, but nowadays, I'm too busy to care for pets. Nevertheless, I still keep in touch with friends from this circle. They occasionally visit the tea house to share a tea and a chat. Some even bring their birds to sing, adding a lively atmosphere to the place. Of course, I can't allow friends who own dogs to bring them, they would be too noisy. At most, I can accept friends bringing their cats along. Cats are usually less active in unfamiliar environments, finding a quiet corner to stay in, so there's no worry about them running around. The story I'm going to share today was told to me by a friend who keeps cats. Our gathering that day was truly lively, with 7 or 8 people, some with backpacks and cages, a grand procession. You know, these gatherings are not only for exchange and communication but also for competing and showcasing pets. So once everyone arrived at the tea house and had their tea, they started to show off their cats. These were all domestic Chinese cats, commonly referred to as native cats. It's precisely these native cats that have their unique charm. With varying patterns and colors, even their meows are distinct. Speaking of which, there used to be a person, probably a grandmaster in your Chen world, named Huang Han. He wrote a book like Cat Essence, detailing descriptions and names of various Chinese cats. People discussed the book vigorously one day. It introduced the name Gai Shui Shenbi, referring to a shiny little black cat with a black back and white around its mouth, as if it was holding something. If a cat had a black back and a white belly, it was called Shenbi Gai Shui. If there's no white on the mouth, it's called Wu Yun Gai Shui. Then, there's Bian to Shu Qiu, describing when a cat's body and head seem like separate entities, the head wobbling as it walks. And Shui Li Kang Jin refers to a white cat with yellow spots, like gold hidden in the snow, called Yin Chuang Jin Bei. The day's discussions were joyous, but the author noticed that a usually active friend was silent and hadn't brought their all-black cat Vu Yun Xiao Tai. People have differing opinions about such cats. Some believe they bring wealth, while others feel uneasy about the color due to TV shows. The author asked another friend where her black cat He was, which made everyone laugh, but the girl started to cry, quieting down the noisy atmosphere. At this gathering, everyone saw Xiao Ye in tears and came to comfort her, curious to know what had happened. Choking back sobs, Xiao Ye revealed that her cat He had disappeared. At first, everyone wasn't clear about what gone meant, thinking the cat died, but it turned out to be missing. Xiao Yan shared her recent experiences to help everyone understand the situation. It turned out that Xiao Yan had noticed several stray cats in their area disappearing one after another. At first, she thought they might have strayed far or were wandering around, but as time went on without change, she grew worried. The cats she'd been watching hadn't been seen for several days, causing her unease. One day, she noticed a group of children carrying sticks, loudly claiming they were going to build courage. She immediately sensed trouble. Indeed, when she followed the kids, she found them tying up stray cats with ropes and then hitting them with sticks. This cruelty had resulted in the death of 4 or 5 kittens over the past few days. Enraged, Xiao Yan couldn't understand how the children could be so vicious. She rushed over, scolding them loudly, and saved a bound cat. Unfortunately, due to severe injuries, the cat soon died. The children scattered when they saw an adult intervene. Meanwhile, Xiao Yi noticed another cat sitting quietly aside. Looking like a detached observer, not afraid of people, completely black without a single white hair, this was the cat everyone referred to as He. Xiao Yan resolved privately that if she hadn't stepped in, this cat might have been the next victim. So she decided to take it with her, just to see if the cat would follow her. Miraculously, when she said, "Come with me," the kitten came over and lovingly wrapped its front paws around her leg. From that moment, He lived in Xiao Yan's home, equipped with all necessities bought online, like cat litter, climbing nests, and cat food. Xiao Yan cared for it with great affection. However, He's whereabouts now became an enigma, deeply saddening Xiao Ye and quieting everyone present. Unexpectedly, the cat Xiao Ye adopted, He, didn't do its business inside the house. Every chance it got during the day, it would run outside. At first, Xiao Ye was worried, thinking Dehay had run away again, but she later discovered that Dehay would always return home at night, never making a mess in the house nor eating anything else at home. No matter the state of the outdoors, Dehay remained clean and neat. When going out for fun, it would follow Xiao Ye, so everyone thought Dehay was a good cat, sleek and shiny black. But Dehay's miraculous qualities didn't stop there. One night, Xiao Ye was hungry. As a young woman living alone, she had a lax sense of safety and ordered takeout at midnight, despite poor oversight of delivery apps leading to several accidents, like delivery men committing violence upon entering homes. When Xiao Ye opened the door to receive her food, the male delivery man did not hand over the food but instead attempted to force his way inside. He seemed drunk, with frivolous speech and a smile, clearly harboring ill intentions. Xiao Yan was scared, having never encountered such a situation before. She thought she would simply receive her meal. The delivery man insisted on entering for a chat and became more agitated when Xiao Yan mentioned she was alone. At this critical moment, Dehay suddenly leapt out from inside the flat, delivering a flying kick to the bold intruder, likely injuring his eye. The man covered his face and wailed in pain in the hallway. Xiao Yan took this chance to quickly close the door and call the police. This incident made Dehay even more special in Xiao Ye's heart. The cat was not only amusing but it also unexpectedly became her protector. Xiao Ye had an evening when she worked overtime and returned home around midnight. When she entered her usually lit stairwell, the sound-activated light did not turn on. She tried making noise to trigger the light but to no avail. In the pitch darkness, she had to rely on the faint glow from her phone screen. Slowly ascending the stairs while browsing on her device, she opened an article and started reading while walking upstairs. It wasn't a long article, but it took some time to read. When she realized she had been walking for quite a while, she used her phone's light to check the floor, only to be surprised to find herself still on the second floor. This illogical discovery, coupled with the increasingly desolate atmosphere, made her uneasy. Since childhood, due to her unique constitution, Xiao Ye could sometimes sense things imperceptible to ordinary people. Although orderly life had kept her free of eerie phenomena for many years, she now felt an invisible force approaching from behind. Feeling her body involuntarily freeze in place, fear prevented her from pressing any buttons on her phone. The presence behind her felt closer, and footsteps were nearing. Standing in the stairwell, Xiao Ye was in utter panic. However, in this crucial moment, a cat's cry echoed through the silent stairs, bringing comfort. It was Dehay's green eyes moving slowly. Xiao Ye instantly relaxed, knowing those were Dehay's eyes watching over her. At night, Dehay sometimes lay on the windowsill guarding her, seeming to watch not only her but something behind her. At that critical moment, Dehay stretched out a paw, almost in a human gesture, and beckoned backward as if to say, "Follow me." Xiao Yan swallowed hard, thinking, "I'll try." Despite every hair on her body standing on end, she decided to take the risk and hurry up the stairs. She lunged forward, and Dehay darted ahead of her, followed by a cat's cry. Suddenly, all the sound-activated lights in the stairwell came on. When Xiao Yan turned to look, Dehay had vanished. Meanwhile, police and ambulance sirens were rapidly approaching the neighborhood. It turned out that on the 6th floor, a man had attacked his wife, stabbing her more than 20 times before jumping to his death. Because the stairwell was so dark, Xiao Ye hadn't noticed the man's body lying just below as she went upstairs. That night, Xiao Ye wanted to leave the door ajar for Dehay, but fearing other mishaps, she decided to turn on all the lights in her home, staying alone in the glow. Time slipped by unnoticed as she waited quietly in the living room, and overwhelmed by weariness, she finally fell into a deep sleep. In her dream, Dehay, as gentle as ever, touched her head. Xiao Yan tried to pick up Dehay, but the cat dodged and surprisingly began to speak. Dehay conveyed to Xiao Yan, "You may not know, but I am actually the 8-tailed zero cat. For every 50 years of cultivation, I grow a tail, and once the 9th appears, I can ascend to immortality by day. However, the 9th tail is especially elusive, its cultivation unique. I must fulfill a person's wish, but with each desire granted, I lose a tail. Since I began cultivating, I have yet to successfully produce that 9th tail. I chose to accompany you because I saw your kindness. Tonight I saved you, consider that a virtuous act on my part. Now, tell me your wish. Once your desire is met, our ties are complete, you gain fulfillment, and I'll continue my cultivation." Looking intently at Dehay, Xiao Yan responded, "Dehay, my wish is for you to grow your 9th tail." As her words fell, their living room suddenly filled with dazzling light, golden rays converging upon Dehe from all directions, as if to illuminate the entire night. Dehe stared at Xiao Ye in disbelief, its green eyes brimming with questions followed by inexpressible gratitude. At last, Dehe understood that although it had persuaded countless people, before it had been to no avail. Only with someone willing to help fulfill its wish could it undergo true transformation and escape long-standing adversity. Each opportunity had been sought out by Dehe itself. People always assumed happiness as a given, never concerning themselves with the process of granting wishes, nor with the cycle of losing a tail each time they helped someone else. At this momentous instant, Dehe slowly stood, lifted its paw gently to touch Xiao Ye's forehead. The warm sensation of the small paw on the brow was comforting. As the surrounding light intensified, Dehe disappeared before Xiao Ye's eyes. Here the story paused, and the audience fell into a momentary silence until someone suddenly said, "That must be Dehe, the cat that became an immortal, right?" He continued. "Last time at our gathering, I played with Dehe for a while. I should have taken a photo, let me look for it. To show everyone, it's like having a picture with an immortal creature." With that, everyone remembered, in this age of ubiquitous smartphones, almost everyone had captured Dehe's image. But when they pulled out their phones to search for those photos, they were surprised to find in Dehe's place only blurs of white light. Tonight's tale ends here, and I hope everyone likes this mystical and heartwarming little story.